In this video, we're going to look at setting up your services and packages. So if you're not already on the right page, we go to the main nav and then go all the way down here to services. So get on that page, and what you're going to see here is I've already added some template or dummy data for how you can set up your services and packages. So the way it's done is we have different categories of things, like we got DJ services, visual effects like smoke machines and laser lights and that sort of thing. We have equipment rental and photo booth services, but you can set these up how you want them. So if we click the next tab here, that takes us to the categories, and you'll see that I've just got things set up in categories. Now to change the order, you can just click and drag these. So if I move that down to the third position, then we come back to the services, you'll see that it's been moved down to the third position there. So the order that you set here is the order that they will show on the first tab where you add the services. But that's also going to be the order that's used when you put them into the forms and on the booking form and that sort of thing as well. It's going to show in this same order. So you order everything in the logical order that you want them to be presented. So once you've kind of worked out your categories, and you can start adding the services, or you can, you can use some of the dummy data that I've got and just update the label if that's some of the things that you already offer. So let's look at the DJ service. One thing I really want to point out here is that I don't want you to go and create a DJ service for, wedding DJ service, corporate DJ service, kids party DJ service. That's not the way we do different pricing for the DJ service. What we're going to do here is we're going to edit this. So we click edit here. And after you've set up your price for your DJ service, whether you normally do a 4-hour package or service or a 5 hours, you set the price for however much that is. I've got in the example $8.95 and then $150 per hour. You can also set the reduced hourly rate. What this means is if your standard base hours is 5 hours, and let's say someone says, yeah, but my event's only 3 hours. Now, normally you may say that you don't discount for anything less than the standard hours, but if you want to be nice about it, you might say, okay, well, look, if it's less than the base rate, we will take off $50 per hour. And so that way, if it's 3 hours, it would take off $100 because it would take off 2 times $50. And then the minimum rate that we will go regardless, we won't leave the house for less than $7.95. So that's what the minimum price there is. So once you've got that set up for your DJ service in general to cover all occasions, then you create different rules for individual occasions or event types. So let's scroll down a bit further, and don't start using the restrict visibility to event types. The way we do the pricing is to add a rule, and from the rules you can see here we've got event types. So you can say, okay, for corporate events it's going to be 5-hour package, but it's going to be $1,100 for the corporate event, and then it might be $200 per hour, for example. And then you set how you want that to be for the corporate events. Now for each price rule you can add a unique little icon image like we have up here. And for each one, you can also set a name. So you could say, yep, so that's the corporate DJ service, and put that name and the label up there. And this is what this is going to do is when people select any type of corporate event, so you will see corporate event is an actual event type, but it covers a range of corporate events. They're not showing all here, but essentially the event types are a group of occasions. So I'll show you how we can edit those in just a minute. But the main thing I want you to understand now is that to set your price for weddings, for example, you go here, you create a rule for the event type wedding, and then you set your wedding price here. And again, someone selects wedding on the inquiry form or the booking form, it's going to update the price instantly to that correct price, and it will even update the label from DJ service to wedding DJ, and it will change the logo or little image if you've got one there. So you need to make sure it's enabled, so turn that on, and then that'll be set to go. I'm going to turn that off because that was something I just made right now. Now, to edit your occasions and event types, we're going to open up the sidebar again, go down to app customization. From here, you can see straight away we have event types and occasions. So this is where you edit them, because you might want to do, often your pricing is based on usually event type, because the type covers a group of things. So for example, let's look at corporate event. We've got corporate event has 9 occasions in that type. So if we go over here and we see Christmas party, that's a corporate event. So, corporate Christmas party, corporate event. Sporting club function, I'm calling that a corporate event. So we've got the occasion on the left, and then we've got in the drop down the type that we want to assign that occasion to. And, annual dinner party, corporate event, and so forth. So that's how the event types work. Now I've already set up the core event types: general functions, weddings, corporate events, kids party, school disco, university ball. Each of those can be priced differently or have a different structure or different base hours, and so that's kind of why we create those event types. And I think you can work out the rest. So if you want to add new ones, you want to relabel them, you can just click them here. If you want to relabel them, we can go down the bottom and click add new if you want to add new ones. And then you can come back to continue over with the pricing. Let's say you had, some extra occasions you wanted to cover. If you categorize something as a corporate event, it will just automatically be covered by that event type. But you may also, if you want, have a rule just for a specific occasion. So let's say you want to do one for quinceañeras. You open that up. You might find the occasion specifically here for quinceañera. I don't have it in this list, but that's how you would do it. So make sure you do that. Now, restrict visibility to event types. I think generally we don't need that. That's something advanced. So just stay away from that. There are additional things you can do. You can actually create pricing based on a date. So for example, you could say, the general DJ service is going to be going up in price from the 1st of January next year, for example. You can do that if you want it. That's something a little bit more advanced. And you can also, there's some other settings here. You can have a look at that. For certain things, you can have an inventory. For example, if it's uplighting, you may say that I've only got 8 uplights that can be booked out on a given date. So that's pretty straightforward. Have a read of that, you'll work it out. Now, the other thing is when it comes to creating packages, so again, I don't want you to start creating packages in the services list. The way it works is a package is a group of services. So if we look at this package, I've got them disabled on this particular account, but if I enable this, edit, and you can see that a package is made up of services. So we've got some uplighting, subwoofer, photo booth. Let me just delete these for now. And so the idea is that maybe your wedding DJ service might be $1,200 for 5 hours. And then inside your wedding package, you have 8 uplights, and those 8 uplights are worth $300. And then you're also adding a subwoofer. Let's do that here. So we got the DJ service, and then if we change it to wedding, it's going to show the wedding price here, what you would charge for a wedding, not in a package, just a wedding DJ service. And then we add wireless microphone. We're going to put in here a subwoofer, and maybe we add the MC duties. And now we've got a package, and it's going to show the package is worth $15.95. But our package price up here is set to $1,200. So that means they're saving $395 on this package. So do you get it? The packages are actually like a bundle of different services. That's why I want you to go and set up all your services first, create them, do your different pricing for different DJ services and occasions within the one DJ occasion, add all your extra things here. even breaking down things like, if it was just to add the MC, how much is that, all that sort of thing. Break it all down, then go over here to create your packages, and your packages is groups of things, bundles of things with a discount. So I think that's all pretty straightforward now. You can actually also, this is where you may want to use the restrict visibility to event types, because you may say, okay, this is just a wedding package, and then in that case, I only want it to show for weddings. So you can do that, and that's what I recommend you do for particular events. You can create rules as well, but rules again are more like where you want this package covers or service covers all events except whatever the rule is. That's what rules are for. So have a play with that. If you get stuck on anything, feel free to put a comment in the chat down below, chat bubble, put a question there. The AI assistant will try to answer your question. If not, I will read it myself. I read all the chats, and I'll reach out if if the AI assistant wasn't able to answer your question. You can also just try to click get support in the top right corner and book in another call with me if you're really stuck on the pricing thing. And I hope this short little video helps.